And here we are. Welcome to a new show that we're having here on N5D. And it's UFO Chronicles, Real UFO Stories Unveiled. So we have some guests that are waiting in the wings that are going to be joining us. But before we get to that, my name is Gregg Prescott from N5D.com, N5D.net for Quantum Tie-Dye, and N5D.VIP, which is a new website. Check it out. But I have the luxury of being joined by the hottest goddess, the love of my life, the beautiful, lovely, vivacious, sexy, gorgeous Allie Prescott. Hi, baby.
Hello, darling. Oh, you're so lovely.
I love you.
I love you. I'm excited about this. This is all different, isn't it? This is like, what we wanted to do. We wanted to expand and do more things. So, yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to be doing various different topics. Not to say that we won't come back and do another show, volume 2 of this, but we're going to be covering a number of different topics with real life stories from our N5D followers. So I've always believed that everyone has amazing stories to tell. And this is going to be your chance if you're watching right now and might want to come on to a future episode. This might be your chance to join Allie and me and explain your stories.
Oh, yeah. I love it. No, it's great. Once again, if anybody can share this, please do that. That would be great. And let me know if you've shared, and I'll add you to our list again.
Have you ever had a UFO experience or dream or anything like that?
I wish I did. I wish I could include myself in this, but I have chased a ship before in my car. I've chased that, but no, I've seen it. I've seen them in the sky. That I've seen those, and they were definitely moving, not like a satellite. So they were definitely moving in a different way. So, and I felt that they were different. That it wasn't just a plane or anything. So you could feel an energy. So yeah, but I'm welcome to it. I don't want to be abducted. I don't fancy that, but I don't mind. I don't mind an experience or two. You right?
The first UFO I've ever seen was back in 1978, and I was at a keg party on a place called On Top of the World in the Catskill Mountains.
And everyone's going, "Oh, right, of course it was." You're now going to say.
The thing is, though, we had the keg, but we were waiting for the tap. So none of us were drinking at that point. But over the adjacent mountain, Franklin Mountain, comes 3 UFOs in formation, and they hover, and then they take off where they came from wherever they came from. We all saw that, and that was my first real UFO sighting. And I've seen tons of them since then.
You used to use night visual goggles, didn't you?
Yeah, you can't go 10 minutes without seeing a UFO. Have you ever dreamt about UFOs?
No, I did a progression. So instead of past life, we went forward. And this woman said, I said, "What are you wearing?" And she said, "I'm wearing this kind of very tight silver suit, all in one thing." And I said, "Okay." And she said, I'm in a ship, and this ship is about to land on Earth. And the doors opened, and there was loads of people facing the ship, and she was in the docking bit, standing here, and this was kind of like, that's how you'd walk in. And she was basically welcoming people onto the ship, and saying the greetings and everything, as if everybody knew what they were doing. Everyone knew. And so all these, people coming in. And then as she looked across, there was ships everywhere, these massive motherships all over. and she said it's all over Earth, and we're leaving Earth. And I thought, oh my God. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
As she was saying it, I was seeing it. So
Aw. I had a dream where, and I put this on. It's in an article that I have on n5d.com, and it says the article title is something along the lines of "Have you ever do you dream about UFOs?" And I'll put the link in the chat section. But in this dream, I was aboard a huge mothership. I was in a very large room, and there were small groups of people all around me. We all looked like we were in our 20s or 30s or so, but that's the way everyone looks to me in my dreams. Everyone's young in my dreams. I was in a group of about 8 to 10 people, and our thoughts were instantly interactive through telepathy. Each group was creating and manifesting something, but I don't specifically remember what it was. What I do remember is that I was in a group manifestation, and we were all on the same page. We were making something together. For example, someone would think of a contribution to the group and another would add to it. And inside the circle, this hologram would manifest itself. And as somebody added an additional thought to the manifestation, it became even more and more amazing. And if someone joined the group, they would instantly know everything we manifested before they joined and would immediately be able to interact with the group. If you wanted to take a break, you could leave any time. But in this manifestation, I remember somebody would say, someone would telepathically think, let's add this to it. And everyone would go, oh my God, it's even better now. And then somebody would add something to it. So you could see like the group dynamics of telepathy and everyone working towards a common goal. It's pretty cool.
yeah. You remember your dreams and everything, don't you? I just I don't. Very rarely do I remember mine, but yeah.
Thank God
So
I do.
I've just added Vera. Thank you for sharing and liking, and Linda, thank you, and Lilith. So if anyone else has shared and liked here, then please let me know, and I will add you to our list. We're getting more and more people doing it. It's up to 82. And we've still got next week. Okay, we've still got next week to go. So, yes.
So we have a number of people that we would like to bring in. And Allie, I'll leave you in charge of introducing our guests as they come in.
All right.
So we're doing it one at a time, right?
Yep. Okay, so we have, this is Tina. So hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Hi.
Oh, God. Hello, love.
Hello. I hope I'm not too close.
No, should we all put our cameras down like this? There you go.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Wait,
that's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I must be too blurry or faded for this.
No, you're fine.
No, you're good. You're good.
We're looking forward to the stories.
Thank you.
So Tina comes to our psychic development, and yeah, she's, you know, because you can be lined up, and then because we're 3 on the screen,
I see.
The camera changes, and so you have to
that's what I just did.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
am I loud enough?
You can tilt your camera down and up if you want, but you're fine just the way it is as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's quite.
Yeah. So this is our lovely
experience.
So
hi.
We also have.
Hi, Allie.
Sorry. We also have Starfeather. Now, you might recognize these names because they've been coming up. They're part of our In5D family. So this is Star.
Hi.
Hey, Star.
Hello. So I've been reading for Star for a while. And where's your feathery friend?
He is eating right now. He's actually munching on some food.
She has this amazing bird that absolutely adores her, and he likes to be included on all of it. So
Aw.
he just loves his mum, absolutely. So hence that's where your name comes from, I presume.
Yep.
Nice.
That's it. And then
Yeah.
we also have we have Mary.
Oh.
Hey, Mary.
Hi everybody.
And Mary's just wonderful. She's also part of the In5D family, and we just love Mary. She's just always smiling. This big smile is lovely. And your sister's coming. We had trouble with her sister's camera. It wouldn't come up. So her sister is coming over to Mary's house. So they're going to be on the camera together here.
Yes.
Is she? Oh, so that's going to be good.
I
Yeah.
just hope she doesn't come over when the dogs are all out.
Oh, why are they vicious?
Well, they're great. There's 2 Great Danes and a German Shepherd. But
Oh my God! So she's risking her life coming on here.
I know I'm going, okay, hopefully they'll be inside before she gets out here. So, yes.
Well, I'm putting my praying blinkers on for her. Oh my goodness. Oh. So, who would like to go first? So, should we maybe we'll start with Tina because she came on here first. So, Tina, have you had some experiences? Let us know what you've experienced.
I have. I tried to create some talking points here as best I can.
Yeah.
And thank you again, Allie and Greg, for inviting me on to this new chapter of your channel, right?
Yeah.
And just before I came through to getting invited on, my guides are playing with my hair and my head.
Oh, wow.
So there's something here, whether they're guides, whether they're alien guides, I don't know. I just call them guides, right? So I have an unusual experience coming through. But I'll share for you the most prominent experience I had was, and some of you know about this event already, was the GSIC event last September.
Yes.
In Winchester, Colorado, right? And that's
Yes.
the Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had my first, I'm gonna say, tangible, provable experience with about 500 other people. So this is not beholden or unique to me. The video is on the internet anywhere for people to see. And it was, the lights were dim outside of our hotel right after an event. And by the way, I heard what you and Greg were talking about, Allie. We weren't drinking. We came right from an all-day conference. We walked outside. The hotel was nice enough to dim the lights. The person making the request, her name is Elena Danan. Of course, Danny Henderson is running the event. Elena is one of the many beloved guests who were there, who was connected to the request for, I'm going to say, extraterrestrial ships to appear.
Yeah.
And as she requested them, they appeared.
Wow.
And the lights were dim enough where we were. And I have to qualify this area because we are between NORAD and the Denver airport. And it's a no-fly drone zone.
Yeah.
So they were not allowed, or they were not detected. And they were not detected. And the next thing I saw what it looked like birds, just like making a bird shape in the sky. And I'm thinking at night, they can't be birds. This is like 8:30 to 8:45 at night, right?
Yeah.
Denver. Skies, one part of the sky was cloudy, the other was clear. And Danny Henderson was holding a green, I think like a laser, right? To point out when they would appear, because everyone was at a little bit of a different vantage point, right?
Yes.
And sure enough, we saw spaceships that were not our own, moving in ways that we could not do. And also, and I'm getting goosebumps as I talk about this, which is my tell that this is very much the truth in the world.
Yes.
I don't even know what a TR3B is, but I looked straight up. Oh my goodness, it's a triangle craft. I could see all three lights. It was as clear. So it wasn't so dark that we couldn't see it, but the hotel was nice enough. They literally dimmed the lights of this park, this beautiful park where people sat, in stone structures near water, right outside the hotel. It was a beautiful location. And the way, so there was a wave of these what looked like birds, but they were ships all together. And then there was another sequence over here and another over here. I'm surprised this didn't get more press, quite honestly. I mean, it's
because they want to suppress it, don't they?
Yeah. And it's a zone that they're not supposed to be doing that. And so I understood that they were supposed to be very careful with how low they could fly. I don't know if it's 300 feet or I don't know the exact dimensions of that, but I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. And there is, I mean, when we talk about aliens, right, we can have dreams about them. There's a couple other things I'll share, but I'm starting out with a thing that is the most tangible and provable.
Evidence.
And you're going to tell 500 people or more? I mean, the conference probably had more than 1,000, right? But the people who are outside, you're going to tell them they're lying about this? Really?
You can't.
We weren't drunk, high, whatever. I know we're in Colorado, but so
and I'm
that changed my life.
I'm right in saying that it was going to be announced that it was going to be around that time as well. Yeah. So it was actually
Elena Danan
kind of said as well.
Yeah. She requested it from her contacts. I believe it. I may not get the name correct. I think it's Val Thor. Iridian is one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, because of the connection they have, and the connection that she has with them is only off planet with some of these. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that they do contact her while she's on Earth, right? But this whole conference, it didn't end there. Jerry Wills claimed to be an alien in real life there on the stage, speaking to people. Hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
But when you're there, and then you hear their stories.
I believe.
Yeah.
It's not hard to believe. I believe that we all are, that we came from various star nations. So, yeah. And plus, what you were talking about with the UFO, there were multiple cameras and camera angles from that. Definitive proof.
A lot of people around me, photographing them, videotaping them, whatever they were doing. Amazing.
Did you video them? Did you video?
I did not. I didn't have that gear with me. And so I don't have it personally, but I do have a copy of the entire video from the conference, which also included that. And the very next morning, and of course, that was something that was part of going to this conference. So I do have it, and I could share it with you at another time, but that would take a much more time to do that. And I wasn't sure if that was something you wanted me to bring to this. Of
course, we want to know. We're excited.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. I have it on my, on the cloud of my files.
Well, what we'll do is maybe we will bring somebody else in, and then we'll come back to you. What do you think? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, I just got to find the day, the very next day after we saw it. Danny Henderson had it ready to go from someone's videography and showed it to us all. I'm glad to do that.
If you can find the video, send the link to me on Facebook, and I'll play it for everyone here.
Okay. All right.
As long as we're saying this is Danny Henderson's, we'll be absolutely fine. So we'll put a link to Danny's
that's what
channel.
Right. I wanted to be appropriate with that, with who belongs to as well.
We have greatest respect, all of us, for Danny and Lady Janan. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out a couple of other things, and then I'll be quiet after that. But that was the most tangible, right? But other than that, many people at the event, work with people off world and shared pictures. So it was all about that.
It's a life-changing event, isn't it? Going to that.
Absolutely. Or life, or confirming.
Greg, you went as a stall holder. You went there. But
last year, the year
last
before.
Year was it last year? Yes. Yeah. So that was an amazing experience for you as well.
So what else you got there, Tina?
Just a couple other things. There's a young man named JP who was there, who works for our government, who goes off planet. And everything I'm telling you is really the content of this conference. So people can look that up. They can get this information themselves. But I have often had many dreams of spaceships. In fact, so loud and being woken up that I asked other people if they'd heard it, right? And then I would get them over and over again. I started to draw pictures of them because I knew what I saw in my dream, but it was loud enough to wake me up. And they did resemble, without doubt, spaceships, like we would understand them to be. So I've had that happen. I've had something pretty profound happen in one of our classes, Allie, where I think it was back in last December. I couldn't believe it. It was a large glowing anomaly that, and it never had before or since, kept coming towards me. I felt we're a galactic family. Now, don't get me wrong. I can read. I do read. I'm a mental health counselor by trade, I guess, right? But I combine everything to help the people that I work with, right? I don't shut it down. I use it all. And so I was getting, and that was only this year. I've never had that happen before. And Allie, you saw it, the class saw it, and I'm curious about that. And and since then, I've gotten a name of someone, whether that's relevant or not. But I got a confirmation of galactic family connection. And that's it. That's about all right now.
Well, you know, I was a child and family therapist for at-risk youth. So, and I would talk to other therapists about this spiritual metaphysical stuff, including UFOs. We're not crazy. This is more common than, but this is why we appreciate you and everyone else that's coming on today, coming out and showing everyone this is normal. This is, and to accept it. This is the new reality. Thank you for doing this.
It is. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh yeah. You know, because I think people think that you know, we're like, you know, with the sitting there with our tinfoil hats and you know, we're just normal people that of having these experiences, and you know, there's more and more coming all the time. So, you know, this isn't something to be sniggered at anymore. It's a reality.
Yeah.
According to Dream Moods, the website, they say to see a spaceship in your dream symbolizes your creative mind. It denotes a spiritual journey into the unknown and signals self-development and self-awareness. Alternatively, the dream suggests that you need to take a different perspective, no matter how bizarre or unusual it may be. Just saying, that's just one of the dream analysis. A different one from Tony Crisp says that it's to see a UFO in your dream suggests a change in yourself or personal growth, becoming aware of something new or some new aspect of yourself, one that you are not familiar with, and so seems strange or alien. For instance, a change might be occurring in a way you relate to people or events. So, I mean, there is a meaning to everything in your dreams, and I'd like to think that there's also a lot of reality and truth in them as well.
Yeah, thank you. That is exactly what's happening in my life now. I'm coming out of this spiritual closet, you might say, right?
Yeah.
And not ashamed to let people know I'm combining it. And because of that, I'm bringing in other clients and helping them on levels that I never thought possible. And the key is, it's not about me and my ego, it's helping them. And if it helps them, I'll continue. So thank you, Greg. That was inspirational. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Tina. We'll bring you back on in a minute.
I'll go look for the video.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again, Tina. All right. Wow. She said, well, just a couple quick note. She mentioned that she gets goosebumps when she gets the truth. Same thing with Sammy Hagar. I recently did that video about him with predicting that 2025 is going to be a magical year in a song that he wrote back in the 1970s. But he would get goosebumps when the truth strikes him. So that I found that interesting.
Mine is really cool that.
Yeah. And I thought it was really cool that, you know, as a mental health counselor or therapist, I'm not sure what, but working in the mental health field, as with myself, we're not crazy. This is becoming the new normal. And anyone out there watching, you're not alone. And there's people you can talk to that will completely listen with open ears and believe what you're saying if you've had these kind of experiences.
For sure. Absolutely. No, I love it. It's lovely. So I can see that
Yeah.
Patrice has not been attacked by dogs. She is here. She is here. I cannot see Star Feather. She's not got a camera on. So maybe we'll go straight to Mary and her sister Patrice.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Okay. Here we go.
So let's bring them in. Oops, hang on.
I got it, love. So you have to readjust your camera because there's 3 of us on there.
Oh, I'm going too far. You've got to get in there.
Maybe there's a way I can do this differently.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yay. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Ladies.
So,
Is the dogs? Was the dogs there?
They all barked at me when I walked by. I had to watch for landmines.
Oh.
The other ones.
Deb's big dog and Kronk started barking at me too. I was like, Kronk.
So, Allie, why don't you introduce our new guests?
Oh. So this is Patrice, and we've got Mary. These 2 lovely ladies are sisters, and I've been reading both for separate, and I didn't know that they were linked until they both said, well, we can talk. Yeah, we're sisters. So it's like, oh, okay, perfect.
So that's Mary on the left and Patrice on the right for those
I'm
watching.
wearing pink. Mary's wearing yellow.
Mary's in yellow, and Patrice is in pink. Yeah, I love it. So what are your stories? Who wants to go first?
Well, as always, I'm always the youngest of the girls, and they always make me do everything
If
first.
she gets hurt, then I know not to do it.
So, mine is, when Tina, she's right, because I was at Jessic last year too, so I can verify all that. Yes, it was amazing. And everybody should try to go this year too in 25, because it'll be amazing. But mine is more of something that happened in 2005, and it was around the 4th of July. And where I went to visit my brother and his wife and his family, and they live in Bullhead City, Arizona. Well, my cousins live kind of close to Hollywood. So, and I had never been to Hollywood before. So I told my sister-in-law, let's go visit my cousins. And so we did. And when we visited them, we went downtown, and it was my cousin, Teresa, and her friend, and then Connie, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, and I. We were downtown in Hollywood, and we just happened to come across from the Kodak Theater, and we were walking across the street, and we got on the sidewalk, and the sidewalk was pretty big because we all were in a straight line, and I was closest to the wall, but I still had a lot of room left in between the wall and me. And I was just looking up at the building and looking at that, and then looking in front of me, and there was like a little Charlie Brown tree that was trying to grow. And then all of a sudden, something just jumped above my head. I jumped back behind all 3 of them, and just, I don't know if you can say this, but I go, where in the hell did you come from? And he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and then the girls, they all giggled and laughed, and I go, did you see where he came from? He came out of nowhere. And he goes, out of a window, Mary, see? And I go, look up, there's no window. And they looked up, see, nothing. Where did he come from? And then all of a sudden, he literally just came out of nowhere, right above my head. And I looked at him, he looked at me, and I go, where in the hell did you come from? And he's just like literally looking at me, and everybody else around is not even paying any attention, only he's just looking at me like, why am I watching him? And why am I even noticing him? And he had on a white Elvis Presley outfit with a white cape and pants, and he was very long and tall. And I don't remember what his face looks like, but all that keeps coming into my head is like a tall gray head, but I don't think it was, but I just can't remember. But he just looked at me, and then all of a sudden I was staring at him like, "Are you going to tell me where you came from?" And he just looked, and all of a sudden it's like he didn't see me and just started walking across the street over to the Kodak building. And that is mine, literally an ET, because he came out of the nowhere.
Yeah. Just teleported in and say, hi.
Right. Yes. And
Nothing to see here.
right. And then there was another one. I mean, when I talked to those girls, no one was looking around at all at that. They didn't look around. We went into the store right there, and I was asking about it, and it was like they were ignoring everything that I said. It was like, I go, what did he do? Flash something, and I didn't take it, and everybody else did? I mean, it was just really weird. It was really weird.
And no one else saw this but you. You was the only one that
Only
saw it.
except for the girls that I was with. They saw him.
All the girls did.
In fact, we just had done, we were just at a place in June, for graduation, and my cousin came from California, and she said, I go, do you remember that ET that we ran into? She goes, yes, I do. So she does remember that.
Wow.
So, and then Connie has remembered it. My sister-in-law has remembered that too. So, yeah. And then there's another one. I mean, I have a lot of them, but another one. There's another one that I lived on a farm off of Highway 1, and we had a farmhouse, and so we were all upstairs. Everybody had our rooms upstairs, and in the middle of the night, I was woken up by something shaking the whole house. I mean, it was shaking. My bed was shaking and everything. I got up, ran to the window saying, what the heck is that noise? I mean, it was like something came zoom. And I go, that was not a cop. I mean, it shook the whole house. I looked out the window, couldn't see anything because it was already gone and nothing. And we could see pretty far down the highway. And we're so close to town, there's no way that anybody could go that fast to shake my house in a short time. And then I just looked around and I just went right back to bed, and I just couldn't believe it. I was so tired though, but it got me out of my dead sleep. And I had to have been a flying saucer. It shook the whole house.
What were you doing, Patrice? Were you sleeping through it?
No, I didn't live with Mary at the time. I lived in Seoul, and she lived on the other side of Seoul.
Oh, okay. I thought this was when you were children.
No,
Oh no, this was like
no, it's when
what
she had
year? 2010? 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So this was
2010.
after the first incident.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
gotcha. Yep.
And it's funny because my daughter told me that she had a dream of an alien is hiding from the bad ETs, and she said even in that house, and I don't know what that was that same night or what, I don't know. But she told them where to hide. She goes, hide in that well that's been shut down. We boarded up. It's by that big tree by the road. And that's what she told it. And she said his name was Max. That's what she said.
It was what?
His name was Max, she
Oh,
said.
Max.
So I don't know if that was the same time, but I just thought that was kind of weird. And I don't know when that happened with her dream, but then that, whatever it was, there's no way it could have been a car or a semi. I know what semi sounds like. So, and they go past our highway all the time. And it doesn't shake the house. So, but that's mine. I mean, I do have more, but I don't think we have all night.
Well, we might be able to come back and swing back and
Definitely.
tell more stories. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a lot of them too, but I'm holding back. So
Proceed,
yeah,
yeah.
we can bring you back for some more, definitely, if you're willing to.
Oh, anytime you guys need me. And thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
We've been itching to meet the In5D family. You know, we've been itching for it. So
Yes.
yeah, loving that. So
So
Patrice,
for anyone watching right now on our N5D Global Predictions, Mary and Patrice are ask us some great questions every Tuesday night. So,
Very
so
good.
now you can place a face with the questions that we've been asked.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Very good questions. And although we're not doing the global, we're changing things up, and it's
Right.
a new show called The Great Awakening podcast, but we are, we'll still be talking about that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff going on. We'll still be talking about it and having our opinions and things, and maybe pulling some cards. So yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, Patrice, what would you like to say?
Well, this was like in 1987. My daughter Nicole, she was about 4 years old. Well, anyway, it was in the summertime, and there was this storm coming in, and it was these really weird clouds that were rolling in, and I made the kids go into the bathroom because I thought there was going to be a tornado coming. And so I figured they were in the bathroom, and I went to the front door because Iowans, they like to go outside and look for the tornadoes. We don't know any better, right?
Like you do.
Anyways, I went out there and I looked up in the sky and I saw the clouds rolling, and then I saw this strange looking thing flying in front of these clouds, and I'm like, what is that? And then all of a sudden I heard my daughter Nicole say, what is that, Mom? I'm like, it's nothing. Nothing. And then the lady across the way, she saw it too, and she looked at that lady, and the lady said she didn't know, but I will describe it to you. Have you ever seen the movie Jupiter's Ascending?
Yes.
Okay, you know those lizard guys with the wings?
Yeah.
It looks just like that, minus the armor. And it was flying around up there. I saw the arms and the legs and the tail and the wings. And Nicole saw it too. We were talking about it this weekend, and she was only 4 years old, and she still remembers it.
Wow.
But we've had all kinds of incidents with UFOs. We've seen them so many times that, when we're driving, we see them. They have this like green light and stuff. But another time was like in 97, I think it was. Aaron and I were out mowing the lawn. It was daylight, and it was a big yard we had to mow. And when we were done, we sat on this glider, and we looked up in the sky, and we saw this plane flying towards Sioux City. And then all of a sudden, this boomerang-shaped thing comes straight down and then started following that plane. I'm like, Aaron, what is that? He goes, I don't know. Ooh. So, we've seen all kinds. Aaron, he's even seen lots of UFOs over there by their reservation, because they always come over there to the reservation. So
I've heard a lot about reservations and the fact that they are fascinated by reservations for some reason. The off-worlders, they love that. So I've read for people, and is it Yukon? Is Yukon a reservation? Yukon? Is that in Canada though? Might be. I don't know.
Probably Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron was Cherokee and Winnebago.
It makes you wonder about how many UFOs would have been recorded had we had cell phones.
I know.
30, 40 years ago. And how many, the stories that you guys are saying go back to like 1987, 2005.
Yeah.
Back then, the cell phones weren't quite as good as what they are now. Back then, we had flip top, and you had to do ABC for one, DEF and, for texting. And but imagine how many more videos there would be. And if you had the opportunity back then, both of you, to take a cell phone out and record that incident, it would have
been cool, because I just took pictures online of what that boomerang shaped thing looked like. It's not a very good one, but I took a picture.
And the old painters, Da Vinci, their paintings, they had UFO in the background of these paintings. When you look, they're there.
Yes.
There's also, UFO pictures on the pyramids as well. So, it looked a bit like that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
That is scary shit.
Minus the armor. It looks, here we go. It looks just like that minus the armor. The first thing I thought of was that one movie, Sinbad, where they captured that little winged thing in that glass jar or whatever it was. I don't know if you guys ever watched Sinbad movie.
No.
And it was little, and that's what I assumed, that thing was little. But then I got to thinking over the years, is it was way up there, so it had to have been pretty big. And I've
Yeah.
had lots and lots of dreams of UFOs. And
Do you feel as if any of you have been abducted, taken, lost time, or anything like that?
at night, I get the lost time at night. But I woke up a couple times, and one of the times I woke up, my ear was like burning, and like they had something on my ear, and I'm like, what is that? And then all of a sudden I thought of Nicole, because they had Nicole, my daughter Nicole. My daughter Nicole was always the one they always took with me, it seemed like. And I hurried up and ran into the room to make sure she was there, and she was. And then something made me look outside the window, and I saw this is in town in Cedar Rapids. I saw the wind blowing around by this motorcycle, and knocked it over. And I'm like, what's that? I don't know. But
Wow.
I've had a lot of incidents with UFOs. We've seen them, and my kids have seen them, especially when we're driving.
It's so it sounds like a movie, doesn't it? When you it's like this is a movie, but it isn't. This is really happening to people. In Las Vegas, I believe that there was a glitch in the Matrix. Was it Las Vegas, when they were saying that these entities were coming out of the screen or something, and there was all these police cars and everything all over the place.
Is that Vegas or Miami?
In Miami, was it? I don't know. But
I think it was Miami.
It was big,
Oh.
wasn't it? It was like a really big thing.
Yes.
And I believe that was real. I felt the real energy there. And the other thing was when somebody caught them on the ring camera as well. So that's what it looked like. The craft.
The boomerang shape looked like that.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So, okay. Well, thank you. We'll bring you back on in a minute, if that's okay.
Yes,
Let's bring
you.
on Star
Yes,
Feather.
thank
She's got her camera on now. Thank you so much. We'll speak to you in a moment. Okay. So,
Before we bring Star in real quick,
okay.
I just wanted to comment about the tornadoes. In upstate New York, we don't get a lot of tornadoes, but we would have tornado parties, and we'd go out in the street and play wiffle ball and drink, and we're kind of ridiculous. I'm not recommending that anyone do this, but sometimes people get a little crazy. And like Patrice said, she'd go out.
Tina's nodding there, so I think she must have done it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of tornado chasers. Also, there's one last thing I wanted to touch on before we bring Patrice in. On In5D, I have an article. It's Alien Abduction, 16 Signs You May Have Been Abducted by Extraterrestrials. I'll put that link in the chat, but I'll just do a real quick screen share, and then we'll bring on our next guest.
So while you're doing that, darling, I'm just going to say hi to people, if that's okay. Oh, no, you're going to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an actual picture on the right. That's me with the old In5D banner behind me. But I woke up one night or the next morning and noticed I had a bruise there for no particular reason at all. And let's see. Let's go like that. That's better. But there's a number of people that's happened to.
I've had unexpected bruises. I've definitely had that. Yeah. You wake up with it.
This is a post on X where this guy had one. There's me right there, on my right arm. This woman also had it. Here's another person. Waking up with this.
It's in the same kind of spot, isn't it?
Pretty similar on the arm.
Ah.
So it's a really interesting article. and that might be one of the signs that you had been abducted by extraterrestrials. The link's already in the chat. Fascinating article. And I kind of, it was right here on my arm.
Yeah, I know. I've had some. Yeah, it's like there's no explanation. Yeah.
Of course you have. 'Cause you're me.
Yeah. So just in the chat, we got Linda, we got Lilith. Just wanted to just say hi to people. I think Vera's gone to bed, bless her. We missed it. So there's B-Bar. Is this a new name? B-Bar?
Yep.
There's Rob. Hi, Rob. Lilith. There's Mama, but I think she's going to watch it in the morning.
She went to
bless
bed.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Linda said a show with near-death experience testimonials would be a great one. I've no experience. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah.
Me too.
So Vera said she drew things. So what I'll do is I'll come back to these because there's some people telling stories. So tell us your stories. If you're watching this, tell us your stories if you've had any experiences.
Or come on our next show and tell us yourself.
Yes, yeah. We'll do this again, won't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Starfeather, are you ready?
She better be.
Okay.
There she is.
Hello.
Hi, Star.
Hey.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for
How do we
being
do
here.
this?
There,
This way.
Just drag her up.
I just did, and it won't work. You do it. We'll probably do it at the same time.
Hang on. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Welcome.
All right. So I wanted to mention, I also have some talking points, and my experiences are a little weird. They're a little more than just like seeing UFOs, but I have seen a couple. I saw one when I was like a teenager. It looked weird, almost like a box kite, but it was metallic. And it just was frozen in the sky for a while. And I kept staring at it, and I decidedly remembered that I had binoculars. And as soon as I got my binoculars, it was gone. And I could see it without them, but it was like it knew, and then I had another experience where I went on vacation in the Smoky Mountains. It was nighttime, and I was doing some drumming for my aunt while she was meditating. And there was like this huge triangle craft that went over. And it was nighttime, so I couldn't see it exactly, but it blocked out the stars, because you could see the stars really well out there. It blocked out the stars exactly in like a triangle form moving, and it had big lights on the corners, and that was pretty wild. I never even heard of any ship like that until I had seen one later. Years later, I find out about the TR-3Bs.
Did your aunt see it as well?
She was meditating. She was laying on a giant boulder, just in some other reality.
Sounds
I'm
like a pretty
banging
cool.
away on the drum, like, what is that?
She sounds like a pretty cool aunt, though.
Yeah, she's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So
Cool experience.
yeah. So some other things that I've had abduction experiences more so than like seeing UFOs. So I've had things happen to me between like 3 and 6 years of age approximately. Like one of the things I remember is I was in a big circular room. There was mist on the floor, and I was real little, and I was walking and looking down at my feet, and I had my favorite pajamas on and my teddy bear in my hand. And I just remember I couldn't see my feet. They were in this mist. I remember there was a table, like a examination table with 3 bright lights. And I was laying on that. But the table was on top of this like mound of organic matter. It was so strange. I don't understand that at all. Really weird one. And
Was you hurt, or was it, what sort of experience did you have? What were they doing? Do you know?
I don't remember. I just remember those two memories of just being in the room, walking
Yep.
around, and wondering why I couldn't see my feet in the mist, and laying on the table, and very confused why these 3 really bright lights didn't hurt my eyes, and very confused as to what the table was sitting on, what this stuff was. It was so strange.
I'd be afraid of having them do an anal probe. Wake up with your ass burning the next day. Oh, jeez.
Maybe it did. I don't remember.
Why would they even want to do that? You hear stories about that all the time, but why would they even want to stick something up your
I've
ass?
recently been thinking about this, and I cannot come up with anything. I mean, they want to take our temperature?
What's concerning is you've recently been thinking about it.
Well, it's because this show was coming on, and I'm like, alien experiences.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Another experience I had, I remember I don't know if it was like a fever dream or something, but I remember there was like this, I think they sent a probe, but my mind remembers it as, as a little kid. I remember it as a vanilla wafer cookie floating above me. I was on the couch, like sleeping there. And next thing I know is I'm in this dark room, and there is like a recliner couch, almost like a chase lounge or something, and this really tall gray, not the little ones, but a really tall, those thin ones, was reclined on it like this sort of, and had a mask over its face, holding a mask over its face of my mother. So it was like a fake cutout or something. And I was confused. I didn't know where I was, and I saw this, and I was just like, "Mommy!" And I ran up to this being, and I stopped, maybe like 3 feet away from it, and I said, "You're not my mommy!" And I started crying. Like, I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" I started panicking. Then there were 3 small grays, like the 3-foot tall ones, to the side of me, and they started giggling and laughing, like, but I couldn't physically hear them. It was like it was in my head. And that changed me. That did something to me. It was like some kind of, I guess, mind control or emotional manipulation, because I instantly wasn't concerned anymore, and I started laughing along with them. Really strange one with that. I know they can do things like that to people to calm them down, make them more relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard this before. Yeah, they
Kind
do.
of similar to the movie They Live, where they're, she had the human. You were saying that they had your mother's face in front of them, kind of like a mask kind of thing, but it's the other way around. On They Live, they would, well, kind of. It's kind of the same, where they would look like the real people. Did you ever see that?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Me too. I think it's a documentary, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a cult classic. I love that movie.
Everybody's nodding here in the side. Yeah.
I remember once I realized it, and it moved the mask away, and I just saw, like the stereotypical face, and I had this feeling like it was studying me. And as the years have gone on, I'm adult now, I'm thinking like it was testing to see if I could see through an illusion or something. I could see what was really there. Maybe people normally can't, like, work past what they want you to see and what's actually there. Maybe some people can't work past that, but I was able to. It was kind of how I take it now. And I have one more memory, and this is the weirdest one to me. Is I was underground in some kind of underground. I was like a cave or something. It had like stalactites and stuff. I was being escorted somewhere. I remember little grays walking past me, and I was being escorted by this human man that looked like a general. And we were walking along, and then the memory cuts out. I don't remember anything. But then I remember now I'm walking back. And suddenly this guy is not a general. This is not a human. Sorry. My
Do
bird,
what I mean? It's like you're not paying attention to me. This bird, honestly, is so funny. Look.
I just scoop him out. So it changes, and he's not human anymore. Once again, like my mind could see through what was actually there, and it ended up being this very tall, very broad-shouldered being with brown, bumpy skin, which I think was scales, very brown and thick, bumpy, very muscular, very thick. And his head, I couldn't remember his head or his face for years. I didn't remember it until kind of recently. I think I remembered it in my 20s and I forgot again. And then I remembered recently, and his head was shaped kind of like this, almost football shaped. And he had very narrow red eyes, kind of, and very broad mouth. Almost reminds me almost like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but not quite with that look. And he escorted me into an elevator. Something that it reminds me of an elevator. We got in, and the whole time, both memories of going with him and returning with him to this elevator, I'm completely calm. I have no emotions. I'm just like vibing in whatever is happening. And then we're in the elevator, and I'm standing
Were you
next.
going up or down? Were you going up or down?
That's where I go. It kind of blacks out. I don't remember anything after that. Once we're in the elevator, that's it. I'm standing next to this giant reptilian, and I don't remember anything else. But I did see something that a guy named Corey Good. I don't know if you guys know him.
I've heard of him. Yes.
Yeah, he has some experiences with ETs too. Years ago, I watched his show on I think it was like Gaia TV or something. It was I don't remember the name of the show, but it was years ago, and he mentioned something about an elevator. It looks like an elevator, but it's not really. And you get in it, and it can take you places. It can take you. It's almost like a teleportation system. It can take you.
David Wilcock talked about that, the jump room to Mars.
Yes, and I think I think that's what that was. So honestly, I don't know where I actually was. Was I underground on Earth? Was I underground on Mars? I have no idea where I was, but that's what the last thing I remember is getting into an elevator, and that's as far as my flashbacks or recall has gotten me. I don't remember much else. So those are my experiences for now.
Brilliant experiences.
I remember Allie told me that she said that they were studying me. She got this feeling they were studying me because I can astral project, and I can go at will to places that I've been, and they want to understand how am I doing that? And I'm actually I'm showing up and I'm like surprising them, and showing up where they are, and they're like, "How did you get here?" I don't remember any of this, but it seems like something I would do because I've had some pretty crazy dreams that feel like astral projection and astral projections. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you doing it. It was like a bit of remote viewing. It was like she's like spooking him out. You're supposed to be able to do that, You're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
The elevator experience, I'm curious, because I wonder if, well, let me just put it this way. I had a dream where I was about to incarnate, and I knew I was around a bunch of people that had their memory wiped, and they're just walking around like zombies, but I still had my memory intact. And they bring you on an elevator, and they take you down, and they ask you all these questions. And while I'm going down there, I wasn't answering any of the questions, but he caught me on one question, and he realized I still had my memory, and they took me back and wiped my memory, but I still remember that stuff. That's what I'm wondering, is if you have some of this pre-incarnation memory of at least, maybe this is a system. Like they say, some people believe there's a Syrian reincarnation system that forces us back and wipes our memory every time, which isn't right, because we should have all those memories. I wonder if you can relate to any of that.
Well, I don't know if I do have a memory of a past life. I don't know if it's like, it doesn't feel like it's completely 100% tied to the elevator. But it's kind of sad, but I'll mention it. I remember being in utero before I was born. And I wasn't me. It wasn't this life. My parents had a child before me, and I didn't know anything about it. And I remember like going through a process where they didn't want to keep the baby. That was very traumatic. I went through that, like the recall and the memory of it in my early teens. And every time I saw a picture of like a baby, like an embryo, I would scream and flip out. And I was crying and hysterical for a long time. I didn't know why. And it just started really coming back to me. And then I really thought about it. I healed from it. I made peace with it. And I was like, okay, I understand what this was now. And I felt like I was going to be a little boy. Very strong inclination to that. So one time I asked my mom, like, did you have a child before me? And she was like, I don't want to talk about it. So later I find out the information from my dad that they did have a child. And I said, that was me. And when I told him that, and I said, Dad, I forgive you. It is what it is. It's in the past. He was like, oh, that
So
I feel
are you
better.
saying that it was a terminated pregnancy? Is that because I'm a bit thick? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
You are.
it was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some babies only come down here to experience what it's like in the womb. They were never ever supposed to be born. It was just an experience. Yeah. So it may well be that. Just if anybody's watching this and they've had to make that decision, it's a hard decision. I was reading for a lady in a pub. We were doing a pub event, and then afterwards, and this lady was breaking her heart, and I was picking up on the reading, and she was just breaking her heart, blaming herself for having to terminate this baby. And she was on this medication that would have definitely damaged the baby. She had no intention of having any more. She'd had 4 children. She did not want any more. She thought that she'd done, older, done, not anymore. And so and this I channel through that message as well. This is exactly and if anybody are going through something similar about that, there's a wonderful book. It's called Embraced by the Light by Betty J. Eady. And it is one of my go-to spiritual books. It's tiny, it's very thin, and it's an amazing book, and it answers all your questions about what happens after you pass, what happens to that baby, does it still grow in spirit, can it reincarnate and come back, so all of these things are all in this book, and it's amazing. So anyway, that's
what I did.
Yeah.
I think I was determined to get in here to experience this breakthrough in what these people on this planet are going through. So I feel like this is my first time here. I feel very new to this place at the very least. So I felt very much like I got to get in here. So I came back. I definitely came back. Yeah.
Wonderful. Shall we bring in the others before they fall asleep in the side there? Are you ready to come back in, guys? Don't pick your nose or anything like that. We're bringing you back on. Okay.
I got a question I want to ask all of them too.
Okay. Yeah. Here comes
Are you bringing
Tina.
them in? There you go.
Yeah. And here comes Mary and Patrice. Are you changing the dynamics? Yes, you are. Excellent.
All right, so let me go
Welcome
like
back,
this
everybody.
and that. There we go. Oh, let me go one more time there. There we go. Got to keep the right order for Allie.
Yeah.
One
I like
question I want to ask you all. I'm curious about this. Does it seem like telepathy is your native language? Or do you have sometimes trouble formulating thoughts or getting out what you really want to say, and kind of feel like it'd be a lot easier if I just used telepathy or sent everyone a hologram? It doesn't feel like
Yes.
speaking is our native language. It feels like telepathy. Does anyone else feel that way?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I always thought that, and I always told my friends, I don't think English is my first language and I don't know what it is. And it must be telepathy.
What about light language? You know, when you kind of are humming to a tune and things like that, it feels quite normal to do that.
I do that all the time. I make up
Yeah.
words and I say weird phrases.
Yeah.
Phrases and gibberish, I guess. Yeah, I do that.
Is Star frozen on your screen? She is on mine.
Yeah, you're frozen. Do you want to
Yep.
I'll
refresh
take her off
again?
and bring her
So
back. Hang on. See if this makes a difference. Nope. I don't.
she's refreshing, I think, love. I think that's what she's
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it.
When you
Oh,
were
she's
talking
coming
about-
back in again. That's it.
When you were talking about songs or singing, I always used to sing as a little girl that Flying Saucer song on the swing set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You said about this song.
Yeah.
We don't remember the words now.
Right.
Yes. But I know it's short and simple. But yes, I know. And then I never sang it again until I had my 2 other kids and I wanted to find that on the internet. Couldn't find it. And I asked my sisters, what is it? I don't know. It's a song that you made up. Don't give me that much credit. So, yeah. I still want to know
Can
the
I
words.
just go and grab that book? I'll be back. 2 seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
So, Greg, you wanted that video. And I'm not connected to your Facebook, but
Oh.
I attached it to the In5D Psychics one that I'm connected to through Allie. And it's also in the private chat here.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not connected to your, not that I can't get connected to your Facebook, it's just that I happen to be on Messenger. You wanted that, and I found it. It's like 13 minutes or
It's in
something.
the private chat. You know more about this than I do. Where's the private chat?
Say that again.
Where's the private chat here?
Right there.
Right there.
So when you go into chat, it's stream or private. When you select the chat bubble
Oh,
on the
okay.
top.
Okay. All right. What do you know?
If that helps. Otherwise, I sent it to Allie's, and I'm guessing that she's not exactly looking at that right now. But
No,
you know,
I wasn't either.
It's there. So
Okay.
I just grabbed the YouTube one. It was quicker than looking through the hours and hours that I.
Okay. So I don't want to show the whole thing. I'm just going to get to where the video is, and here it is right here.
Yeah, this is only the video. It's 13 minutes or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to play a 13-minute video.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah. Okay. All right. I got it. So let's bring it in. Share video.
But also, I have a visual. Everything's visual, right? Communication is visual for me, not verbal. So they show me a picture. It's like a little movie running through my head. It makes sense to me, right? That's what I pull from when I communicate. And sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't.
It's right
So,
past your face.
so Tina, where were you sitting at when in Jessic in the park down there? Were you sitting by the stairs?
I was actually closer to the top, but it was so dark, I did not realize that right behind me was Elena and Dan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were up there. Yeah.
Like up at the tree line.
Mhm.
So if you're looking
Right.
down at the park, the trees are to your right. I hadn't gone down. I was at the top with a friend. Yeah. Where
I
were
was
you?
at the bottom
by
of
the
the steps, and then I got on the sidewalk, and then I almost stepped over on. I always forget his name. Dave Willis, I think it is Dave. Oh, I can't remember his name. The one with the crystal. the iridian crystal. Like,
Jerry Wills?
No.
With the,
no, the other guy, gosh, I think
it's okay.
I thought his name was Dave Willis. He's the one that's always working with Jen.
Oh, he works with
Orhan
Frill.
Brother. Yes, the
Frill.
Frill one. Yes.
Yes.
I go, oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Because I was looking up and I
Yeah.
get kind of dizzy and I'm going, whoa, and I'm wobbling here and I'm going, oh, I almost stepped on you. I'm so sorry. And I go, I'm so afraid I'm going to step on him. But yes, he was down there. So I would.
It was hard to see.
It
'cause
was.
that dark.
It really was. It was dark.
Okay, so this was uploaded in October of 2024, and let's give it a shot right
With the
now.
good ETs.
So you can see the laser, the light, the laser, and this is what people often do with night vision goggles. If you shine a laser on the UFO, it'll usually power up and become brighter.
Don Willis.
People are screaming and hollering, and you can't hear it, but because the way Zoom holds the background noise. Then a great fleet flew over. Look at that.
Kingdoms separate, they come together. Many white flying craft. And we are
Wow.
shining a green laser, recognizing and saying hello.
Look.
So they separate. Split up, come back together. You're flashing green lights down to us,
It's great.
reflecting back the color we were sending up to them. There's our laser again.
My goodness.
There is no way that our craft can do that.
There are motherships in the footage too. You'll see slow moving stars that aren't twinkling. There were at least 2 motherships that were seen. This is in a very small area, right above the Westin Hotel, Westminster, Colorado. You won't see them there again. We called them in on that night, at that time, over that hotel, and there are around 1,000 people that witnessed it who were at my conference, Galactic Spiritual Informers. It was incredible. Absolutely. Do you know, one of the greatest things is people keep writing to me and saying, I was there, I saw it. It's like Woodstock, but 1,000 times more exciting, that we can prove that we are in connection with the good extraterrestrials that love us, that support us, and that work with the Earth military. And so we've proven it. We've proven a lot more than that too. Very
So cool.
Thanks for doing that. That was
Oh,
great.
thank you. And thank you, Danny, for that footage as well. And thank you
Hi, Danny.
for sharing that. That's, yeah.
Very
You know,
cool.
You can't deny that. You can't deny it.
No?
Allie, I thanked her in person because it was because of you that I met her, and I mentioned
Aw.
you, and then she talked about
Aw.
Greg at the end of the event. I didn't
She's
fangirl
such
her.
a-
I just trying to be
She's
respectful.
such a good. She's such a good soul.
I know.
A beautiful
No
woman.
big ego on her.
No,
Like presenters
there's no
usually
ego.
are. No.
No,
Yeah.
no,
She's a sweetheart.
she's wonderful. Love it. Here's the book. It's just a very small book, but I highly recommend anybody. I've had to put on there Ali's copy because I had the shop, and of course we had secondhand books, and I didn't want to lose mine. But it's a quick read. It's not a hard read at all. Embraced by the bright light, Betty J. Edie. Just wanted to share that. So, yeah. So, does anyone else want to share anything else that they've got, or anyone want to ask some questions? I know we'll go through the chat as well before we go. We'll make sure that we've gone through the chat because I know you guys are watching.
I didn't really think much about the bruises, Greg, until you mentioned them.
Have you had that?
I think so.
I have something in my arm right here.
But I was doubting it somehow, you know, because I can
Where
be
was
klutzy. I can run into things. I can bump things.
Where was the location of the bruise, Tina?
Be here,
Yeah, okay.
arm, yeah,
'Cause
or
that's
left
Patrice is saying
left
too.
thigh.
Well, mine was I have a bump in my arm here that just showed up a couple days ago, and I had Mary feel it. She just freaked out. She's rubbing her finger on this napkin.
Oh my goodness.
I always get burns or things that are shaped like triangles. And
So if there's anybody in the chat who wants to ask these ladies any questions, and this gentleman, if you want to ask any questions, please, or make a comment. So Linda said, I've got no exciting stories to tell. I did see a huge green fireball shoot across the eastern horizon at dusk several years ago.
Saw something like that too.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, what else have we got? We've done the near-death experiences. So Vera, see, I can remember that in my childhood, I drew a lot of UFOs. Stopped drawing them after getting too many negative comments. Also had a ton of dreams of being inside a UFO. Who've had dreams about flying one?
I've been on them, but not necessarily the commander like Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
I've been in one and it smelled like a hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose
And there was a like a Air Force guy or something before I went in. He was standing there and had me go in there. That's all I remember. And I was looking for Nicole because they always had Nicole. When they had me, they had Nicole.
So Catherine said that she did. Tell us more, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Do you know Catherine?
Yes, I told her.
Yay.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, here's something too that I found interesting about UFOs. And this happened to me on 2 different times, one with my sister and one with my daughter. I brought my night vision goggles down to my parents' house and I saw a UFO with them. And I told my sister Tara, it's right here. It's huge. You can't miss it. She couldn't see it. Another time I'm driving down the road. I just had picked up my daughter from school and I saw a UFO above a billboard. I go, Brittany, look over there. There's a huge billboard. And that wasn't above the billboard, off in the distance. And I said, Britt, look over there. There's a huge UFO. And she couldn't see it either. Sometimes they only appear to you, or they only appear to people if you're ready for it at that time.
Yeah.
What about orbs? Does anyone ever go out? I call it orb hunting, right? Are they always deceased spirits? Or are they always have had bodies at one point? Are they from other planets, right? If you ever do that, now that we've got digital cameras, it's amazing, right? Oh my goodness.
Yes is the answer.
The secret is to do a dust test, because dust acts different. Okay, so everyone's going to say, "Oh, it's dust." Pat something, or ruffle some carpet up, and have a look at dust particles. Do a dust particle test first, and then get your camera out. Your light flash has to be on, and just press video, and video just in your room right now. Do it right now. And ask them to show themselves. It happens, and you'll see these orbs, and ask them to dance in front of you or come towards the camera, or it's.
When my mom was passing away, I saw for the first time with my eyes moving rather than just still images on her bedside, near her bedside. It was a beautiful thing. I didn't think of it as a negative thing, but
yeah, definitely
blew me away.
It's beautiful.
I'm not, thank you for bringing this up, and thank you for all of you folks sharing, because I'm not alone, and you're helping me remember so many of these things that I don't talk about because I was alone. So yeah, I appreciate you all.
I do remember a time lost.
Yeah.
We were picking Nicole up. We were living in Duluth, and we picked her up in Fargo, South Dakota, North Dakota, wherever that's at. And we were driving. Aaron was driving. He said he thought he saw an owl. And Nicole and I go, no, it's a light. There was this light. It was shining on the field, and it was following us. And then I don't remember what happened next. And then the time was gone. It was weird. I think it was winter time. I can't remember.
So do you think
Aaron thought it was an owl. I don't know.
how long you said then the time was gone? How much time elapsed
It
before
seemed like because I think we were using it as an excuse to be lost because we kind of got lost and the time, like 15, 20 minutes were gone. And I know you'd think it'd be longer, but it was strange. It was, I just remember that when someone was saying something, it just reminded me of the time when Aaron thought it was an owl. I go, that's not an owl. That's a light. And we thought it was a helicopter, but it wasn't a helicopter.
Of course, they could freeze time to make it seem like no time has elapsed, but you've been on for 3-4 hours.
It was strange. And Nicole at the time was pregnant with Chandler. So this was like in 2000 something. Yeah, I remember. A lot of things happened with Aaron. Because he's a Cherokee and Winnebago, so all these things are always happening around him. It's like, oh, you're making things happen, Aaron.
I'm just including these conversations that are happening in the chat here, so
yes,
you don't have to comment on them. But yeah. Marantha O'Rourke. Has anybody heard of Marantha O'Rourke? Can tell you about any light language you are speaking. She is also looking for people for her up and coming UFO podcast. So there's another podcast there happening on the 22nd of August. That to me, that's today. I'm already in the 22nd.
The rest of us tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Miranda O'Rourke. Okay, I've not heard from Miranda O'Rourke. So Claudette says, my daughter has UFO dreams all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a question for you, Greg.
You know what, Linda? I was thinking the same thing. Earlier in the show, I was thinking that. It was a question I was going to ask everyone. I may have even wrote it down in my notes to show you. I can't, but I'm curious. What is your blood types? Do you guys know?
Somebody said to me once, we shouldn't tell people what our blood type is online. I don't know whether I'll tell you who it was. Karen MacDonald. She said that. Is it rare? Is your blood type rare?
Mine's not.
No positive.
No one's got any rare blood types.
Just O plus positive.
You've frozen again, Star. That's okay then. We can talk about it then.
Yeah.
She said if you are one of those rare blood types, don't say it.
No.
I'm glad you asked that question because that was one of the questions that was going through my mind.
Well, my daughter is a negative O. 2 positive made a negative.
Wow. So 2 positives do equal a negative.
Yeah, and the doctors in the ER always say, no, Mary, like, well, that's my daughter. It's not that possible.
Yep.
I don't know much about blood types. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Has anybody been told that their blood type is not usual? You know, is they've got something different about your blood type? Because they've they found little implants under the skin of some people as well. Has anyone ever found any implants or anything like that?
No, just that little thing right here, right now that just showed up.
So there is a bump there.
Yeah,
I've got a bump as well.
It just kind of showed up, and Mary touched it and then freaked her out. Now she's rubbing her finger on the napkin again.
Yeah.
I've got one right here that popped up.
Oh.
I'm looking for my
Don't know.
It's like a nipple above my nipple.
Right down here, I ended up, there's a burn down here. I'm like, where did that come from? Because I scratched. I'm like, oh, that hurt. And I looked, and there was like a red burn on and this was like a week ago.
on her side of her stomach.
And it like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard, senators. Yes. Yeah, Karen MacDonald was quite and I am saying that right, MacDonald. I'm saying her name.
You are.
Yes, she was interesting, and she was is she a clan mother? Clan mother. And she's got some amazing stories to tell as well. Yeah. So anyone else got any more stories?
Well, we always have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's so many, and you never know which.
The one at the Hammer Factory, by the Hammer Factory.
Oh, well, you could say that one. We were
I was
both little.
sleeping. I was sleeping. I was asleep, and then all of a sudden I woke up, and I saw something coming out of the attic hatch, and it was trying to scare me. And I didn't know Mary was awake. She said she was awake. She saw it too.
Yes, and I was like, oh my gosh. I just kind of went up to the covers and cover my head. And it's like, you can't see me. Nothing can see me. That's all I kept saying. Nothing can see me. I'm safe.
Was that an off-worlder, do you think, or spirit?
I think so. I think it was.
Was that the House of the Flying Saucer song?
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, with the Hammer Factory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each house has a name to it.
I was wondering if this is a code or something.
No.
Yeah. we lived in Bushnell, and we lived right across the street from what is called Bushnell's Hammer Factory. They actually make hammers, and all you hear all night long is bang, bang, bang. Yeah, you get used to the noise.
Oh wow.
But we didn't live there very long.
No.
So
No. So has everybody heard of Elizabeth April? She does some amazing remote viewing and channeling. I like her work. So yeah, so these beings, is Florida Mall, were shocked that they were being seen, and that's because I don't know anything about that, and this is what my guides told me. There was a glimpse, there was a glimpse into another dimension, and that's what happens sometimes. There's a lot of off-worlders and UFOs, ETs that are being seen on Ring door cameras now. Have you seen these? And these are curious. You've got one that's really up close, and it's like turning its head, looking. Yeah, I shared that on Facebook. That was weird, right up close. Yeah. Anyone seen that one?
I remember seeing one in was a California Ring camera, and some kind of being just sort of glided by, and it was very mysterious looking.
Yeah. And fairies have been caught on Ring door cameras as well. And you saw this fairy flying into this house. It's like waited till the door opened and flew in as well.
That's funny.
So my mum's seen fairies. I've seen little men. So I blurted it out on a live. I was going, oh my God, there's a little man that's just walked across my kitchen, and I said it before I thought, I shouldn't be saying that sort of thing. But it just happened, and it was like, oh, hello. There's no door, so there must be some sort of portal that it walked from to one to the other. But
The Winnebago tribe, their reservation has what they call little people over there. They're always, and the Itchy Man.
What they called Itchy Man? Did you say?
Yeah, the Itchy Man is like a Bigfoot thing, and
oh yeah,
quite a few of them have seen it. And one time I was driving through the reservation, and I saw something go in the ditch. I was waiting for it to come back out, and I'm like, well, where'd it go? And I told Aaron, I go, where'd it go? And he goes, oh, you just saw the Itchy Man. I'm like, don't scare me.
yeah. Yeah.
But isn't it true that we're all genetically from someplace else?
Oh.
We've got the royal genetics. So we're not from here, period. As are Bigfoot, right? From another planet. As are whales and dolphins from another location.
Right? And octopus.
Or at least that's what my research says. Yeah,
they say
exactly.
octopuses are very, very strange. They're not. They're not really.
Right.
You know, they're not normal. So.
And securing the grid energetically, right?
Yeah.
Of the planet.
Getting back to Linda's question about the blood types, it's genetically impossible to have 4 different blood types, 2 different RH values from Adam and Eve, which makes you think we had to have been seeded here. We had to, and that would explain star languages, ethnicity, blood types, skin color, everything. Everything.
And
is
junk
explained.
DNA,
Yeah.
which isn't
Yeah.
junk. They just don't know.
It's not.
That's
But it also might help to explain the Anunnaki, who genetically fucked with us, basically, and why we only have 20 of the 64 codons in our DNA turned on.
Claudette, my daughter's called Rhea. So she said, does anybody know the name Rhea? My spirit box just said that name.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, my daughter's name, Rhea. She was from Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good songs.
Yeah. There you go. Here's a question here from Catherine. Question to anyone. What do you remember dreams to remember when astral traveling? Thank you. So, yeah, astral traveling, dreams. What do you remember about those? We've done astral traveling in our group before in psychic development.
well,
I taught people the short way of doing it. And all I did was I said, right, we are getting ready. We're going to jump over, and we picked somebody's house. We picked your house, didn't we, Tina? We're going to jump over to Tina's house, and you're going to look around Tina's house, and you're going to tell me something that's not in camera view that's in Tina's house. And I went 3, 2, 1, jump. Everybody got it, didn't they, Tina? Everybody.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
well, when I was little, I was in 6th grade, and I had fallen asleep on the sofa.
I thought that was on Edgewood.
It is on Edgewood.
Oh, okay.
And we're talking about another house here.
We moved a lot.
But I fell asleep. It was during the day, and all of a sudden, I looked down. I go, "Hey, that's me. I'm laying on the couch. Wait a second. Well, how did I get up here?" And I'm looking up. There's a ceiling right there, and I'm going, "Am I dead? Oh my God, I'm right there. But am I dead?" And then that's all I remember. I don't know how I got back in there or anything, but I did that, and that was the last time I ever did that. So it was weird.
You know, most people have had a dream and they have got this jump feeling, you know, where they've like, you know, landed quickly or awkwardly. I believe that is coming back from a traveling experience. I that's what I believe that is.
So does the traveling experience have to do with flying?
Yeah.
I'm always flying.
Your body's flying.
The first part of that question, Allie, was asking, what do you do to help remember your dreams? And
sorry. Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, according to Sonia Chiquette, she says that you can take some lemon water and drink that beforehand. You can ask your spirit guides, guardian angels, to help you remember. Put that intention out there. Make it a mantra that you remember your dreams. And keep a pen and a piece of paper or a tablet or a notebook by your bed. Because when you wake up immediately, there's a better chance of you remembering than trying to remember like an hour later.
Yeah, I wrote that one down about being in the moon crater. But Aaron, I woke up and it was like 3:00 in the morning, and Aaron was there, and I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm going to go get some work at the shipyard." I'm like, "The shipyard?" He goes, "Yeah." And when he went to the shipyard, and I was thinking boats, and then I walked someplace and I looked up and I seen this thing. It was up above. It was round, like I was in a crater, and there was this thing. I'm calling it a moonwalker because it just kind of glided across the rim of that crater, and it had like it looked like it was made of crystals or ices, like a crown kind of thing. And I wrote all that stuff down. And the shipyard he was talking about was spaceships, because I saw Aaron's not around anymore. So just so you know, he was killed. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this brings normalcy around too, and yeah. to the dream process and why we dream what we dream, and that it's not unusual for people to have these dreams that may be UFO extraterrestrial related. It's more common than what you would think.
I get a lot of those dreams. I've dreamt about aliens. There's one alien who loved to dance. He was like my best friend, and he was in my room, and I was looking around for him. Then I came back into my bedroom, and he was sitting there, and I said, "Hi," and he goes, "Hi," and he wanted to dance. I'm like, "Oh." It was cute.
Might be a spirit guide. I do believe that we have off-world spirit guides.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely.
He felt like
Yeah.
a really good close friend, like he was my best friend.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
This was in
This has been very fun. I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next one. So
And maybe
whenever
my
we've
camera
got
will work.
enough people, to talk about maybe near-death experiences or, another topic, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So thank you once again, ladies, for
Thank you for
joining.
having us on here.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you for waiting for me. I had to drive all the way over here. I drove really
Oh,
fast. I drove over the
15 minutes. Yeah. Poor baby.
oh, you did well, and you risked the dogs as well. You did.
The Great
Having the park in the
got
back.
chunks pulled out of your flesh or anything like that. I mean, with a dog hanging off your arm or something.
Which one's that name? Which one's Deb's dog's name? Is it Doc?
No, buddy.
And thank you everybody for in the chat for also bringing us some of your experiences as well. Please don't be shy, and please like and share. And that would be amazing because we want this content to get out there. Yeah.
Thank you
So-
again.
And don't be afraid
We're
to
wrapping
tell
up there.
people.
Nice to meet you all.
You too. It was nice to meet everybody.
On behalf of Allie and all of our guests, we're all sending you infinite love and light from our hearts to yours. Until the next time, take care, everyone. Be good. Peace.
Bye.
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 Bye.